Hi, I'm over TheAllSeeingCamera. We back to the channel with another one. Today we're here to react to the Jeffrey Dahmer case. We're here to react to the son of the man. In 2014, I just saw this clip now after all my algorithm has been giving me so much Dahmer stuff, so I was actually interested in watching this, wanted to share it with you guys. The son of Jeffrey Dahmer's killer speaks out. Vows not to follow in his father's violent footsteps on CNN in 2014. Let's hear what he has to say.
Do you remember when you learned that your father murdered Jeffrey Dahmer?
Yes.
He's a basketball player. Look at the ball in the back.
10, I saw it on TV, and that's how I found out. So, yeah.
So you suddenly see your father?
It looks like he's in a college dorm. I see a basketball in a cup. I see Gatorade bottles. He looks like he's balling at some school. That's super dope to see. He did not follow in his father's footsteps. It looks like he's either in a high school or in a college, and I'm super proud to see that.
Father?
Yeah, it's a big picture
Genetics is a hell
that
of a
popped
thing.
up, and I was just shocked at that point.
50% of the kids in juvenile detention have a parent incarcerated.
Genetics.
And we're really trying to slow this.
Everyone, they told my class, everyone raise your hand if your parents graduated from college. I was over here looking like, I didn't think this question would be asked. I didn't raise my hand, neither left nor right for neither parent. And they told us like 80% of kids that their parents never graduate college, won't graduate college either. I looked at myself that day when I got home in the mirror, like Michael Jackson spoke, and I told myself, you're gonna graduate college. I refuse to be a statistic in this game. I refuse to be a statistic.
As a retired federal prison warden, Percy Pitzer has spent most of his
Percy
life
looks like a
around
character.
prisoners.
He was
Now
a warden in the
he
movie.
wants to help their children.
It's a lot of pressure on a kid when a parent is incarcerated.
His foundation helps the children of inmates get a college degree. One scholarship recipient is the son of the man who murdered notorious serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer while in prison.
Do you remember the first time that you heard the name Jeffrey Dahmer?
Heard a lot growing up. That's all I heard. When I was young, I didn't know what it meant, obviously, but, you know, that name, you know, it's been around me for my whole life.
And this was in 2014. That name has been around him his whole life. 2022, we drop a movie and everyone starts talking about Dahmer again. And the show ends with his father taking Dahmer out inside prison. So that's what I was talking about. I'm not sure if that was my last video. This video saying I have no connections to the victim. So that's probably why I love Evan Peters and I love horror and I love these murder docuseries and things like that. So that's why I'm such a fan. I can see people that are not fans and that were personally affected by the story. So I can see if he's not a big fan of the show, and I would completely understand.
Absolutely.
Chris Scarver, a senior at Bethany Lutheran College, has lived with the secret his whole life, but is finally ready to talk about it. He was born just after his father, also named Christopher Scarver, committed a murder that would land him in...
He looked just like his father, but does not act like his father. His father was in prison for violence. This young black man is in college as a senior. We see a basketball in the back, and that just means that he took that scholarship to continue making his life better than it was yesterday. And I applaud that. It's not even meant to... If you guys are looking for comedy in this one, it's not a laughing matter. You get me? It's not a laughing matter. I was just curious to see what he was saying, and I'm super proud that watching this, instead of just being sad about seeing Dahmer taking out my people, I actually got to see that out of all this dark that happened, a bright light emerged from it.
In jail with Dahmer. It was a cold-blooded killing of a job trainer in Milwaukee.
For a long time, I believed he was going to come home, man. You know, I always kept that hope. And then, you know, after a while, you know, I just said, you know, I don't know, it hit me that maybe it won't happen, you know, and I got mad. And that turned into anger.
And then his father committed another crime that ensured he would never be coming home. He bludgeoned Jeffrey Dahmer and another inmate to death in the prison gym.
Do you ever think about because you know, there's still a question as to whether guards may have set up your father because he should not have been left alone with the other two men in prison.
You know, I think about that all the time.
Guards
it makes me wonder if he even did it.
Chris understands, however, his father pleaded no contest to the murders and is now serving 3 life terms in Colorado. But Chris said he also knows something else. His father saved his life from becoming one of those statistics.
But I was actually starting to go down the wrong road, and I started to, well, that's why I wrote him. You know, I didn't know what to do. I needed some guidance, and I just told him everything that I was going through, and how I felt about me and his relationship, all those built up years, all that pain that I had, I finally just let it go and just, talk to him.
And his father wrote right back with advice. Tough times don't last. Tough people do. And you are the toughest kid I know. Chris so credits his father with putting him back on the right road, he keeps a prison photo of his dad on his dorm room door.
Nah, that's fire. Again, not even embarrassed of his father. Again, his dad didn't do the brightest thing. Said a lot of evil from the prior convictions to even doing the whole Dahmer thing. Yeah, Dahmer was a murderer, but should you answer murder with murder? But to see that through all this dark that happened, a bright story happened through all of it. Shout outs to homie here and the shirt he wore. I got his pops, got his dad on the door. It's just crazy. It's a lot.
I hit the door like this just to say, okay, this is what you're doing this for.
That's sad, but at the end of the day, a lot of cultures and a lot of people really don't got to deal with shit that we deal with. Us minorities deal with things that a lot of people don't. I thank my father every day for not showing me this example. He's always a hardworking man. Yeah, he might not be into the same stuff that I was always into, but he showed me how to get up and work and get money. That's why I've been getting to work and getting money my whole life, because that's what I learned. His father may have not taught him the same things in life, but he looked at his father's ending and he looked at his beginning and said, is that where I want to keep going down this path to end where he ended? And thank God his father wasn't like no other one that was like, yeah, man, come and join the gang. Like, nah, bro. He told us, like, yo, gotta get your shit together. Things like that. It's very emotional. And I'm proud to see that he continued doing well. He's actually a basketball player about to graduate college. That's fire. Comment down below. Please share your thoughts. Let me know what you think. Like this video. Comment down below. Subscribe to the channel. You know we're going to give away at 4,000 subs. We will be giving away Higher Movie merch. So sub up. You also see the heart in the bottom for the super thanks. So if you like what you saw, make sure to click that, and we'll continue creating dope content for you guys. If you have any questions, always feel free to DM me, as I put my social media in the description. And like I love to say, until the next one, we out here.